Dude. A1 Pictures. A1 Pictures. They only adapted 2 chapters this episode. 2 chapters. I'm not joking. Just 2 fucking chapters were in this episode. They managed to adapt 2 chapters flawlessly. It was almost word for word. Beautiful adaptation. Beautiful adaptation. That's all I could say. Once again, A1 Pictures, you're showing to me how great an anime studio should be. You have been on the roll all year, pretty much. SAO, but now this, oh my god. Out of all the series that I wanted to be done properly, it was Taizai. And to see this getting the adaptation it deserves, it's making me happy. So unbelievably happy. I was happy last week, but now knowing that they're going at a decent pace, just 2 fucking chapters. And this, I expected them to go through this entire volume in this episode, honestly. But for them to only do 2 chapters, and now we're about to get into chapter 4 content of the anime, that makes me excited. So fucking excited. And then the hype in this episode. When you see the Holy Knot, I don't want to reveal no names, when you see the Holy Knot sling the fucking spear at the town, and then Meliodas like instantly texts, like, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and then he grabs the fucking spear and drags him off of the mountain. You just see him dragging off the mountain. Oh, the music and animation, to see this series in like anime form, it's just so much life to it. It's just so fucking good. Oh, I mean, seriously, if you don't understand exactly what this means with, you know, Meliodas technically pulling out that sword this episode, I want to let you know. It means that Meliodas is at the power standpoint of a holy knight. Twigo, that was in last week's episode, was not officially a holy knight. He was too weak, and he wasn't a holy knight. A holy knight, as we can see, can probably fight Meliodas in this episode. We clearly saw it, because Meliodas had a wound on his hand from grabbing the spear and trying to stop it. I mean, you saw the freaking Holy Knight's like has a big freaking scar on his face now, like a big wound after Meliodas throws it at him. Oh my god. That was just so hype. So hype. Man, the hype levels. Oh. So animation. Freaking great. Animation is wonderful. Seriously. I love the way they're giving this series wonderful animation. Definitely not going to be the best animation of the season. Let's just be honest here. But I mean, the animation is beautiful for Taizai. I love it. It's everything I envisioned when I was reading the manga. The music really gives this series an all new level of life. I mean seriously, the soundtrack, I know for a fact what I'm going to be listening to when I read future chapters of Taizai. I know for a fact of what I'm going to be listening to. This music, I love the European type, like, historical type vibe this music gives off. Reminds me of Spice and Wolf a little bit, the music does. And that is something I really enjoy. And also, it has a little bit of fairy tale type music mixed in. Like, you can tell, like, a similarity between the music that sounds kind of like fairy tale. Now, I want to say something else, okay? I said it last week, and I want to reconfirm it for you all to know. The beginning portions of Taizai does have fan service like Meliodas does in this episode, but it eventually calms down later on down the road. I'm just going to let you know, once again, all people that are skeptic over that entire aspect, don't worry. The fan service does calm down. It does. You won't have to worry about that very long. Now, with this episode, the main concept and point of it is Meliodas going to this town, and he finds out that this sword's been implanted into the ground by a holy knight, and the holy knight's stopping it to where the water will flow in the town because he was insulted. For instance, you have this little kid, Mead, that goes over and puts a fucking bug in this holy knight's cup, pisses him off, and then he decides to stick a sword into the ground and cause it to where they can't make their beer and alcohol anymore because that was their major source, because of the water. And so I felt like the entire aspect of the way they did that in that episode, it was really good. I like the atmosphere in that scene, I really do. Like I said, they are just doing really good work with this adaptation. They are really doing good work, and I felt like this episode, man, just made me smile from start to finish. I was smiling so hard when I started this episode and ended this episode, and that opening song, oh, that opening song is so good, and the ending song, oh my god, did you hear that ending song? That was amazing. And then, after the ending song of this episode, if you watch past the credits, you will see something in the forest. You'll see this girl laying down in the forest, and you can easily tell that it's someone from the Seven Deadly Sins since you see a mark on this girl. And so, who exactly is this? I mean, as you can see, clearly this person is in the forest. And that's exactly where Meliodas and Elizabeth are currently heading with Hawk. So, exactly, will they find her next week? That's the big question. I mean, why is this person in the forest? That's also questions we have to ask. So, tell me your thoughts, honestly. How did you feel about this episode of Taizai? It's so wonderful. The greatness that is Taizai, man. It's like seeing your child grow. Like, I mean, I've been reading this manga for a while, and to see this finally have its anime adaptation, and a worthy anime adaptation, it makes me happy. Now, this episode, for the most part, I want to give it an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. That's exactly what I will rate this episode of the Seven Deadly Sins. Looking forward to next week, and, oh yes, one more thing I want to actually comment on before I end this review of Taizai. Pretty much, the subs, like the translations in this episode, ew. It sucks. Crunchyroll, why did you not pick this series up? Seriously, this series is fucking amazing. I'm so upset that Crunchyroll or any major company did not pick this up and Netflix decided to pick it up. It upsets me. Because this deserves weekly streams like 1080p instantly, like by Crunchyroll. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How'd you feel about this episode? All of you anime-only watchers, how do you truly feel about this episode? The second episode of Taizai, I want to let you know right now, it'll really start picking up next episode and the episode after that. I want to promise you that right now, it will start picking up. And also, let me know your honest thoughts about the series. What would you rate it so far? And do you feel like this series is going to get amazing? You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.